first few months of Mark Carney's time as Prime Minister, I think tells us a lot about the power of party loyalty. We all know we live in a hyper-partisan world. Typically, people stick with their teams. If you're a conservative, you probably support most of the things a conservative leader does. If you're a liberal, you support things a liberal leader does, etc. But at the same time, both liberals and conservatives have their own deeply entrenched sets of values that they expect their leaders to emulate. Or do they? Mark Carney, of course, is a liberal. He resurrected the Liberal Party from a crushing defeat. Yet, this Liberal government's two biggest and loudest priorities so far, Bill C-2 and Bill C-5, are both pretty conservative bills. Bill C-2, or the Strong Borders Act, allows law enforcement access to individuals' private information, as well as leading to the deportation or at least reduction of a number of immigrants into the country. Bill C-5, on the other hand, allows projects to be built faster, but certainly could lead to the degradation of indigenous rights or environmental protections. Not to mention that Carney just announced that the increase in spending on defense will likely lead to cuts in social services. Now, I'm not saying that any of these bills or moves are bad. What I am saying is that, at least in my corners of the internet, I have not seen the type of liberal outrage towards these bills that I would expect if they had been tabled by a conservative government. In fact, we have a very close comparison. Ontario, which has a conservative government, passed Bill 5, which, while very different from Bill C-5, contains a lot of the same potential for the erosion of Indigenous rights and environmental protections. The backlash to Bill 5 at least seems to be a lot more pronounced than the backlash to Bill C-5, which raises an interesting question. How much of what we agree or disagree with in politics comes from our own values and ideals, and how much of it comes from the party that is delivering the message?